It's week 2, the NHL's in full swing, some teams unexpectedly suck, and fans are already overreacting, so let's hop into it. The Edmonton Oilers have been everyone's favorite Canadian team to pick to win the Stanley Cup, but after losing 4-1 to the Philadelphia Flyers, Coach Jay Woodcroft just couldn't keep his emotions to himself.
Yeah, certainly. Not good enough. Excuse my language there.
Things could get ugly for the Oilers as they lost an OT to the Jets on Saturday night, and McDavid didn't play the final 5 minutes of regulation, nor any of overtime, due to an apparent injury. He falls kind of awkwardly here, and then he pulled himself from the game late in the third. After the loss, the media asked Draisaitl about Stuart Skinner's mistake that led to a goal against.
What do you say to Stuart after he went out to challenge that puck that went around the boards?
What do you want me to say to him? He made a mistake, big deal. Yeah, nothing to say to him. We all make mistakes.
Things are getting tense in Edmonton as a 1-3-1 start with a McDavid injury is a nightmare situation for the Oilers. We're still waiting to hear the severity of McDavid's injury, but if it is bad, you'll probably hear Woodcroft dropping more F-bombs. The Rangers and Coyotes said screw it, we're going full 70s and decided to have a line brawl as soon as their game was over. The Rangers got the win in this one, but it was a tight contest. The Rangers look more structured so far this season under Laviolette, but keep an eye on the Yotes this year because they got some young and exciting talent, and I doubt they'll be an easy 2 points for a lot of teams like in years past. We also got our first recorded bag skate of the season, courtesy of Lindy Ruff and the New Jersey Devils. After losing 4-3 to the Panthers, Coach Lindy Ruff said that everyone should be angry for their performance in that game. The Devils went down 4 goals and scored 3 straight, but fell short. That bag skate got the message across though, as the Devils won 5-4 in an OT thriller against the Islanders, thanks to Jack Hughes going complete beast mode with a 4-point night. With the Devils being a young contending team, the coaching staff is setting the tone early for what they expect the standard to be all throughout the season. Evgeny Kuznetsov is still pissing everyone off with this unstoppable shootout move, and that brought up more debate about whether or not the league should move on from shootouts or not. No matter how many times Kuznetsov pulls off this move, no one can stop it. People have wanted shot clocks, they want the shootout gone entirely, but when you have 3-on-3 overtime and the excitement that it brings, a lot of fans are just saying, just stick with the 3-on-3 OT and go for 10 minutes. Marc-Andre Fleury put on a show in a 5-2 wild win over the Canadiens, but he was stacking the pads and absolutely feeling it against his hometown team, and afterwards the crowd gave him a standing ovation as it could potentially be the last start of his career in Montreal. Speaking of the Habs, young center Kirby Dach also got awful news as he was told that he would be out for the season with a torn ACL and MCL. Just brutal luck for a young player who's already dealt with a whole bunch of injuries in his young career. Makar also made NHL history, becoming the fastest defenseman to hit 250 points. We did a breakdown on it, but it is insanity considering he did it faster than the greatest offensive defenseman ever in Bobby Orr. The Avalanche remain undefeated on the season, by the way, as they continue to just absolutely tear through the league and overwhelm teams with their pace. Also a part of the undefeated club are the Bruins and the Golden Knights. The Bruins play the Ducks tonight, so that should be an easy 2 points, but everyone had them regressing with Bergeron and Krejci retiring, yet they have looked solid early on. Josh Norris is also back for the Sens and scored 2 goals in his return in a 6-1 blowout against the Caps. The Sens look damn good early on, and Ovi and the Caps very much do not. Ovi went back-to-back games without a shot on goal for the first time in his career, and my fantasy team is in absolute shambles. The Leafs Cup parade was temporarily put on hold after back-to-back losses to the Hawks and Panthers, but after a comeback win against the Lightning in OT, I can happily announce for Leaf fans that the Cup parade is officially back on. I wouldn't get too excited though because the Red Wings are looking fantastic to start the season also, and they're looking to cause some mayhem in the Atlantic. Connor McDavid did this and everyone lost their mind, but how about this defender just completely whiffing on the puck? Like, buddy, where exactly are you going here on this play? Adam Fantilli and Leo Carlsson scored their first NHL goals, making them officially better than Connor Bedard. Wow, good for them. The Calder race is going to be fun, but the start of Bedard's career has been wild. The NHL stuck him and the Hawks on the road for 5 straight games to start the season, against some pretty good opponents too. He got shut down in Colorado and was pretty frustrated about it, but then he scored his first goal at home in a loss against the Golden Knights And as the season goes on and the media hype just dies down a little bit, expect him to get better and better. Rasmus Andersson does his best Scott Stevens impression and goes straight for Laine's head at the end of this game. Can't do that, so he got a 4-game suspension. Confirmed bust Jack Hughes is leading the NHL in points. Expect a breakdown on him on the channel soon, but he's looked like he's taken another step this year to start the season. The Vegas Golden Knights sit on top of the NHL. They are the first Stanley Cup team to start the season 6-0-0 in NHL history. And at the bottom, you have, of course, the San Jose Sharks, who are already on lottery watch already as they have not won a single game. So, anything surprise you in week 2? We got some deeper breakdowns from this week that you can check out here. And if you want us to keep making these weekly review videos, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications.